in the series against BLG, who was able to bring that game back. And what part of why T1 are here in the first place in this finals, I have to lean towards top esports draft here. So many engaged threats, the brush setups for neutral where
it's off at almost 2 minutes in, very, very early. So far, it is control here for top esports. As now Faker is looking for a solo kill. He flashes over the damage of the rocket jump, and now the minions are doing so much work. Blood picked. T1 trying to get back some control, but you can see the gold lead starting to stack up as the magical journey is very short. Cosmic Binding's going to come through still. The flash forward, and Tien is going to help Mako try and lock down this kill onto the bar. There's the last auto, and there's the second kill for top esports.
So much value coming out, and now Guma is in so much trouble. He has sums, but no one there to help him. This is a really easy dive.
Well, let's see what they can actually do here, how clean it's going to be as he dashes through the turret. Mako tanks it up, and it is...
It's going to be tough looking for a smite.
Yep, Tian moving in. There is the smite, so Owner is going to pick up one of them. 369 getting in here. There's the grasping roots as Daisy pops up. And she is going to help out taking this final grub. That is going to be that, 2-1. So T1 at least managed to get that boost.
And mid. They're going to try and make a gank happen, though.
Yeah, Carrier comes on over with the magical journey, flashes through the Winter's Bite as now Jackie Love's in so much trouble. Gumayushi's going to pick up the first one.
I want to get something out of it. Unfortunately, Daisy not going to have the same explosive impact as the ult coming out from Owner. That's how you want to use that. Meanwhile, Faker.
Yeah, Arrow comes in. Owner is going to turn up, though. They do manage to get the plants out as Cream.
We saw this against Gen G when Tian was playing this Ivor, and it doesn't matter how far behind you fall early because you're relevant.
On. T1's going to have to find some explosions here in the mid-game. This is not necessarily looking like it's going their way, though, as Zeus fighting with 369. Daisy gets amongst it. She should be able to get a knock-up here as the flash comes in. The all-out is down as well, but I think Zeus is going to struggle to get himself out of this. Does get the shield back, but still, he's going to be taken out. Teleport a little bit late here, but it's still coming through as Faker wanting to clean this one up. The big one comes down. Flash comes out from 369. There's another rocket does come on through, but Daisy is just being so frustrating here for the Yordle. Does get the 50 goal, but Tien is still chasing after him. A few more autos. There's the flash. Phosphorus bomb, and it doesn't matter. Tien
mid lane is doomed as well.
2 turrets, 2 teleports, a kill in the top lane, chunked down, 369, so much damage output, and then Faker coming in with a late teleport here. It's so late that 369 can then flash this, and look at Tien.
Because they can really disrupt, allow that Zeri to start to get going. And maybe that's the opportunity. The thing is, I don't know whether they're ever going to get to team fights. You're exactly right, Wolf. Like,
he's
just destroying all these turrets.
It's a second turret. He picked up so many.
100 gold.
Yeah. Then now Zeus isolated here. Faker has to come over.
Yeah. Meanwhile, under the bottom side, it is going to be 369. Oh, he catches the arrow, and Jackie Love is able to take down Owner from downtown. Oh, that's just unfair. They're still able to keep pushing forward, but that is damage done. And T1 are going to still try and trade, right? Because they lost an inner turret on the top side. They are priced into this, but they're going to run out of minions. And now 369's going for it.
Oh, no!
Lens comes in. He gets cut up. It is going to be the turret falling, but was it worth it? I don't think so. Faking out desperately, trying to defend this inner, but that one's going to fall at the same time. And boys, I think we can call this one.
I think this one's done so. Top Esports just getting these early leads, being so proactive with it. I mean, this was a great draft, we all agreed, but we didn't think it was going to be this one-sided with it. Nearly 6,000 gold the advantage here at 16 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they've just completely slaughtered it. And the fact that the Tristan is so strong and the Ivan has a lot of gold, now they are looking for 369 on the top side, but the wave's gone.
Yep, that's it's a lot of people up here. And the Crocodile, like you say, doesn't have a lot of minions to contend with, but there is Shelly that's going to pop her way in. An arrow is going to sail by as the magical journey is going to be there. Carrier gets his way out with the magical journey, but meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Zeus is getting the same treatment. He does have access to his all-out as Tien looks to try and get him. There's the kill in the 1v3. The man still got it as he dashes over the wall. Still, Cream's got a rocket jump. He'll be able to follow it up, but a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane and a 1-for-0 in top.
Yeah, and it's going a lot better for T1 now. On the back of that, they should be able to get this tier 2 in the top lane. They got the tier 1. They answered back with a kill on the bot lane, so it's something at least, but still in a huge deficit.
Built up, still T1 looking for a team fight. Mako throws down the door. And the arrow is going to connect once again. It's on to Owner as he's taken down to half health. The redemption comes in and he has nowhere to go. Knocked into the sky and taken down. There's a fight on the bottom side of the map as well, as Gumayusi has to ult just to try and defend this inhibitor turret pre-20 minutes. Faker now fighting against 369, keeps himself alive as Zeus is there, as his defender. 369 almost getting there. We pop back and Faker is able to end it in the end.
Little T1 gets back here as the inhibitors threaten pre-20 here. You know, we all know the freak principle, but I think in this case, TES.
And as well, in this game as a Corki, into a Braum, into an Ivan, so much of your damage can be blocked.
Oh, there's a Tempered Fate, though. They're going to look to see whether they can grab themselves a pick. The extended beam comes in, but JackeyLove just flashes away. The arrow comes through, and Zeus is the one taking all of the fire. Generally, that's an okay thing for the tank, but they have so much damage that he just melts. And now Top Esports freely move over towards a 30-second-old Baron.
We've seen what Carrier can do to turn these games around, but unfortunately this time on the bar, they catch JackeyLove, but the follow-up damage isn't there. All he has to do is flash away. Top Esports complete control here.
Yeah, Baron is going to be secured. They might be able to get themselves a little bit of a kill off the back end, but it's not even going to happen. T1 needing everyone alive.
Getting that third dragon, one away from Soul, everything's going in their favor.
Yep, I think we knew that T1 weren't going to be able to contest for this dragon. Baron then going to be utilized to push down some of these waves. You can see Faker just
attack for T1. They just have to sit back and defend.
Yeah, and look at these explosive charges. So much damage onto this turret. It is just gone. Nothing that T1 can do. They have to completely pull the trigger and fully commit to a fight if they want to try and stop this, as the arrow is going to be carried alongside the Valkyrie, and that will allow Faker to keep himself alive there. But I don't think they're going to stop. This siege is going to continue forward, and they can do so comfortably with the fact that Cream is so huge, and Tien can give him those little pockets of safety with these brushes. And oh my goodness, the explosive damage is absurd. JackeyLove is going to tank the Tempered Fate and isn't too worried about it. Now Nexus turrets are just falling left, right, and center. Only one remaining here as Top Esports, an absolute statement here in game number one. Here's that last-ditch effort for T1, but it is too little, and it is going to be too late as Top Esports, they should make quick work of this last remaining turret and then get to work on the Nexus. Absolute domination from the undefeated team here at EWC. And is that going to continue? It's what it kind of looks like after this.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had some issues with the draft, you know, being able to block a lot of the spears being stacked up by the Callista. So definitely going to be a bit more on the defensive end when it comes to 2v2 laning. Obviously, Braum as well just have a strong level 1.
Meanwhile, in mid, Faker having a pretty large lead there as well, has the level advantage, has the buffed Electrocute on this patch to continue putting the harass on. Here comes that TP. This has been a disaster a few times.
And he thought that they'd backed as well as, oh dear. Okay, that is first blood going over to Jack.
Part of the power of this pick is just you go Darren Shield, you go Fleet Footwork, you go second wind, you gotta just shake it up. And now Zeus does have flash here, but might be in trouble.
Yeah, the teleport didn't work out. Let's see whether the flash does as he gets Bramble smashed back. Faker is here, though. The teleport very early on, and now it's 369 that might be overextended. The charm doesn't land, though. Orbit Deception, fair bit of damage onto Tien, and if anything, Faker has just saved his top laner, but can they actually find something more? As the Foxfires come on in, 369 going to be the first target. He gets under the turret, but the charm will find him, and now Tien's moved the wrong way. He wants to take a ward for his trouble, but he will burn down instead.
The second charm hits, and Faker's teleport timing here is so fast. They're able to turn the play around. Looked really rough for Zeus. He's not going to get punished by 369, but the gank comes through, and Faker turns it around now in mid. It will cost him a little bit of farm here, but he was already up on farm, already had mid controlled. Zeus?
Yeah, Zeus just comes back. Faker completes his back as the scrap shield will come on in. But 369 will pick up the return solo. That is going to be one of them taken by Tien as Cream moving on in. He will have to go back to his soul, which could mean a 3 versus 1. Make it a 4 versus 1. So Tien is sort of left in the lurch. He kind of knew it was going to happen. Still has his flash and is going to be taken down. Did get one of the grubs, though.
You can feel how much these two teams want. It feels like we're playing a little bit of catch here in terms of
power. This JackeyLove Mako bottom lane is formidable, but they are playing so well here in this game. As Ona moves on forward, Cream, of course, can just snap back to that unbound soul. As Flash flash forward. Okay, TN going to be the target, and he's going to return the favor. They find Faker just by himself after the buy overextends, and TN on about 50 health just walks away. Still, Owner is able to do some battle, but he will not be...
And one apiece. This is not going to be the same type of game with Grubs where there's a Tristana in a side that can absolutely run away with the game. At least T1 pick up the consolation prize.
Yeah, they're going to be able to head on over there. Oh, now might be Mako getting caught out. as Zeus is moving on in here. Does have the equalizer up and available, and Mako, he is not going to get them to use it. Never mind! There goes the equalizer, and they had to invest a couple of ultimates in
pick him up at the end. You saw Mako thought maybe just to be able to survive, but it's kind of showing the power of this T1 composition with his pick potential, and this is a pretty long fight.
Yeah, the Rend has to be used. There's a flash forward from KazaLoLL. He lines up the Mystic shot.
Oh!
Manages to tank the turret with the back.
He takes out the Kalista. It's a buffed Ezreal meta. It's a nerfed Kalista meta. We're seeing an Ezreal solo kill a Kalista.
Looking absolutely fantastic. Now Faker gets some free time with this bottom outer. Thanks to the extra grubs. Of course, a 5-stack, meaning that the Void...
incredibly well, even with no objective online.
And the fact that they're just going to get this tier 2 bot, it's such a huge influx of gold. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous as Mako throws out the ulti, looks to interrupt Owner as he walks his way in, but the teleport from Zeus should mean this bottom laner going down as Mako able to walk his way out. The Foxfire is enough to do it though as Faker picks up another.
He will be able to join in as this Rift Herald will crash through. They're going to try to take out this turret. Big win here for Top Esports. Great neutral contest into turret take.
Yeah, going to be the Dragon fully taken down. They did manage to deal with the minion wave, but you can't kill Shelly that quickly. And so she will be helping out. TN taking a fair bit of damage though as Owner gets back over the wall. Equalizer, they're all lined up on top, and now the barbecue begins. The ultimate out there from Cream is decent. Still hit by the hostile takeover though as he flashes away. There's the cease and desist as KazaLoLL looks to try and get himself out of it. But once again, it's his Flame Spitter that's doing all the work. A double kill for Gumayusi, and they'll take the turret on top.
What an equalizer there.
Got to play respectfully around all the ults, all the engages, the CC, the layering that
He gets slowed down though. And that is very important for keeping these Top Esports members alive. But this time...
Inner here in mid. Good true shot here for KazaLoLL to kind of chip away at this minion wave, but it won't save the turret, and it won't save the dragon. Essentially checkmate. Top Esports could try to flip the Baron, could take a crazy risk here. But it's
here, and not wanting to make any risks on this map as Mako possibly caught out. There's a handshake. He puts up the door. He's soaking a lot of damage, but Faker dives in. He picks up TN, who does have the twisted advance to try and get forward, but Zeus, it's once again the barbecue, and Faker is taken down. Trees on top of it. KazaLoLL dies off the back end. Faker, he even had the bailout available. He was never going to die, and that is a clean ace for T1.
Such a decisive victory from T1 to bounce back on this one. They don't risk the Baron flip, and when the engage comes through, they connect on every single target. 5-0 ace, looking to end the game here.
Mako has to check. They have no vision. Somebody has to go in. If they don't, the Baron is lost. They walk right in to this chain CC composition. The snipe from Zeus with the equalizer, and T1 are going to equalize this series.
Yeah, and that is stomp after stomp, but on other sides of the rift, ladies and gentlemen. As the Nexus goes down, we have an even series here for the final.
Nautilus, you're going to have a bad time. So they instead go for the Renata. Pretty good matchup in the Nautilus. Obviously, Top Esports already banned away the Braum, which could have been another defensive pick, but the main goal here is to try and mitigate that.
Towards that bottom side. They're also going to be able to trade the Dragon for some grubs. 3 grubs going over to Top Esports is certainly a good thing, though, especially with this Renekton winning side lanes, and he might be winning even more as Zeus.
Heavy trading in the mid lane, but not too sure much is going to come from it.
That's all we've been seeing with this Azir Corki matchup these days. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide, though. The spear's going to connect, and first blood goes down. Looking at a full turret,
yeah,
and that should be taken here.
Full turret is going to be first brick here to go over to Top Esports to this Renekton that's already so massively ahead in farm. You can see this is going to push him over 1,000 gold, the advantage. But bottom side, the Dragon going over may be more valuable here with those plates. We'll see what that soul is going to be as soon as that smite goes down. It's Chemtech. Ox on the finals.
Ox,
and here we are.
Start to connect some of the poke as 369 moving on in. Cream's there towards the bottom side of the map as well, and he can stop Faker from teleporting over. There is the Rift Tail being picked up by TN as the arrow is going to barely miss onto Top Esports, and they'll make it out just fine. Emperor's Divide was used here on this bottom side as Faker is going to use the buffed up Honeyfruit to speed his way out. Oh, the Whirling Death comes in as 369 still chasing. KazaLoLL is punished though, and Owner's just going to execute execute him. I was watching the picture-in-picture and he just pops.
Oh, it's such bad news for Top Esports, and now they're gonna get punished again. 2 members underneath this tower. Remember, Tien has no flash.
Oh, hostile takeover comes on through, and that's going to be an easy pickup. Tien, the one in trouble, and Zeus able to tank up that turret so comfortably. They can reset as Cream. He comes in. That's going to mean that Mako at least survives. It's 369 still trying to find some value here. There's the flash from Gumayusi, and he gets himself out, but that
now. Absolutely, those stacks gone. So frustrating to deal with this.
Vision is decent, but the Dragon has been started here by Top Esports. Ona off to the side, wanting to stay hidden as he throws out these spears. JackeyLove moving back. See where Gumayusi is going to fire that arrow as Carrier with the information. Handshake now on cooldown.
Fantastic
and the
angle
Dragon
for his
going
ult,
down lower and lower.
Just fighting it out slowly.
Yeah, there's the hook finally going to connect there as now Zeus dives in. He finds the Q, and there's the all-out special delivery from the T1 top laner of Tien. He's going to survive. JackeyLove gets one back, but now Gumayusi is free hitting in the back line, and it's a double kill for Ona. It almost looked okay until it was domination for T1.
Stack's gonna get reset again.
Falling down, but thankfully the GOAT's gonna be there to help him out. Able to walk past this turret as this minion wave is getting eaten, and that is going to be another trade. Top Esports now looking for their second Chemtech Drake. They were able to take the last one, and now a teleport is coming in. T1, they want to get themselves towards Soul Point as the spear almost does it, but it's going to be the secure hook. He's going to connect onto Carrier, but the hostile takeover comes in. The flash gets him out of there, and now it's T1 able to turn it. The flash from Ona almost gets on top of JackeyLove, and it's Faker that finishes the job. Double knockup, but it doesn't matter. T1 crush another team fight.
An absolute greedy fight from T1. No Emperor's Divide, not in position, but they commit the TP anyways, knowing that in this game state with the champs they've got and this Renata, they should be able to win the fight if they play it just right. Faker sitting on 2.5 items, so much damage, and this is post-Baron, so they're able to win the fight on Dragon, albeit they lose it, and then go straight to the Purple Worm. T1, that one...
Literally have so much chase potential as well with their mobility. Once Top Esports start losing the fight, it just goes south very quickly.
And JackeyLove with poke as well. And even without Emperor's Divide, you just can't get close enough. It's really...
both mid and bottom lane. It might be just this turret falling down as Hex Flash there from Mako just to try and put some fear into T1, but I don't think it's going to stop this tower from being removed. There it goes. Arrow is going to sail by, though, as the Grasping Roots also not finding the mark. Top Esports just losing ground because you can see Zeus, he's able to get some personal time with this inhibitor turret. And that's going to go down exceptionally low. Look at this poke damage as well. As these spears land, like Tien just has to go back to base.
Yeah, the poke's brutal. They try and get a play on a Faker, and he just dashes away, makes sure not to knock anyone else up with the ult from Mako, and then, you know, you've lost one of your only real major engage tool, and T1 can just go back to harassing, pushing, and applying the pressure. Also have red buffs in pocket, so any poke on them does get healed up, and Mako nearly goes down there. This is just brutal.
If anything lands,
yeah, through there as it's Carrier that's possibly caught out, but he just kills Mako. He's going to be going down. Yep. And that's JackeyLove getting a catch in.
Massively ahead, a lane bully early on. Just ends up to a tank Cassante now with no map control. His agency is limited.
There was a dredge line there, though, so not going to invest the flash, but oh no, as soon as the volley lands, the handshake definitely lands, and he's not able to get himself out. Mako dead once again.
Yeah, I love how they... Zeus looking.
There's the all-out as Ona is going to dive on forward. 1 versus 3 theoretically here for Zeus as the arrow is going to sail by. Looked fantastic. Emperor's Divide does nothing. Does it matter? I'm not entirely sure because Faker's still going to be able to kill Tien off the back end of it. And now T1 with such gigantic wallets are looking to move towards Nexus turrets now and reach match point here at EWC. Oh man, even that hostile takeover, JackeyLove doing a lot of damage to 369 as Cream able to throw some rockets in, and T1 are looking a little worse for wear. So they'll take an inhibitor turret on their way out, and the game is not over just yet. Teleport coming in. Another possible chance for a flank here for 369. Does he manage to get on top of Gumayusi? That's the question. The flash has to come through. He still had the GA. The Sterix comes down. Zeus is dead. And there it is. He manages to get rid of him, and a quadra kill.
To push through double super minions in all these lanes, but if you can get and crack that gold out of these outers, there is so much standing money here on the map. But Top Esports still have to try to defend this as 369 look at the flank again.
Yep, this time Carrier is going to find him as the arrow is going to connect onto Mako. T1 looking to get rid of the support once again, but he's able to walk it off. The Aftershock doing a lot of work as they're not quite able to get this inhibitor. Cream immediately having to Valkyrie away, and there's the redemption. T1 going to be able to take down this inhibitor.
Means impossible. It's just the super minions, as you mentioned, the 6-man here for T1 as the biggest issue.
And that is Chemtech Soul that they have. It's not the biggest, but it is going to offer them that little bit extra here in these fights.
Just give it over for free.
And Zyra is happy to just press the button.
369's caught!
369's going to get caught out of position. He flashes towards Carrier, but he just keeps him at arm's length. And the Crocodile will be taken down to his GA. And now Top Esports desperate to find some sort of retaliation. But there's even an arrow there to be thrown towards him. He's dead too fast for it to actually land. And now Super Minions are in the base of Top Esports. And T1 should be able to at least collect a Baron and then wander down the top lane.
Finally, they catch the Croc. You know, the Croc caught them last time, picks up a Quadra, but
the Flash is now down. All the inhibitors going to be down. There is one Nexus turret left available. And T1 should be able to get rid of that one as well. There's the knockoff from Dracula, but he cleanses and flashes, gets himself out of the way. Still Zeus gets on top of the Draven, and the Nexus will just explode. T1, match point here at EWC.
Had to be patient with it.
And there is that Zyra Rakan, the lovers duo here. The Gumiushi Carrier, I think it was 2022, looked the most powerful on. I think the lovers duo have fallen in priority over the years, but as to what's going on here. As there goes the blue buff. Tien possibly out of position though, as Carrier is going to move on over first. Gumiushi and Jackie-Love are fighting. No more Blade Caller going to be available. The heal comes in to make sure Gumiushi is safe, and Tien is in so much trouble. Faker's going to come over. That's first blood for Gumiushi, and Arcane.
Felt forced. You know, you have this Ezreal prio, you want to use it, but you're still an Ivern, you know? Maybe with a different jungler, you could have gotten more out of that.
And Ona, full knowledge of what's going on here. Tien not going to be able to land anything, and Ona's going to grab the second.
And it's just so on the back foot. He needs any sort of opportunity to make his way back in. If you start falling behind his Ivern to the point
contested, there's nothing this Ivern can do with level 6. It's not a spike he can use to really act.
They might be able to stick around, and 6 grubs when they have so much power in side lanes with this Rumble Yasuo. It's going to mean that these turrets could be really in trouble. There's the 5th and the 6th, not looking like it's going to be contested anytime soon. And from an early game, there was just T1 finding, like, this was at what, 5-6 minutes into the game. That's TES with a lot of people moving up that river. Daisy getting aggressive. Teleport to come in though. As you can see, Faker wanting that flank angle. He's on this ward. They're wanting to find that opportunity. The Glacial Prison does go wide. There's the grand entrance, and there is the last breath to land on the Cream. The flash over the wall. The Corki going to be taken out of the fight, but can they win the rest of it? Is going to be the question. The Equalizer avoided relatively well. The slowdown on Mako, but the health bar on 369 is massive. He goes all out. He's dancing around the fight. His Faker gets the shield, and the Steel Tempest will take down 369 in the end. The flash forward from Mako, the desperation, but the feathers are there, and so is Jackie-Love. He's dashing forward. He's trying to find these low health bars. There's Guma. He's flashing the triple kill for Jackie. Make that a Quadra. And Top Esports.
See though, if they want to contest this dragon, the T1 have started up.
Yep, Hextech already getting taken down here by T1. And Tien showing that value like we were asking him for.
It would be huge if Top Esports get it, but also just the Cinders, the extra ability haste of Corki and Ezreal can be so massive.
Yeah, Solar Flare coming on through. That is going to be Cream teleporting on top of an Equalizer that was put down for the minion wave. All out comes in. Carrier just quickness to make sure that everyone's chopped, but the double Q will connect. 369 likely to go down, but they'll take a 2-for-1 any day of the week in this game state.
He also denies the kill there from Owner, meaning that Carrier is going to pick that one up, so walks out from the Sejuani. Faker will get a turret here in exchange, but it is going to be a turret for turret. First brick going,
okay.
However, T1.
Tien's dead. Sorry, that was a play.
Right. Sometimes he starts on a 9, but he always gets there in the end.
Yeah, you just don't know which part of the order you're up to, right? Faker gonna get
T1 need to continue to group like this and essentially 4-1 with Zeus, because without map control, this composition will fall apart very quickly as Carrier is making a big risk here. Will get out with his life.
Well, we'll let him play up aggressively in mid, start to harass with the poke, and T1 want to find an engage to stop it from happening.
Yep, Solar Flare is going to come on through here as Daisy's going to get knocked up. Faker goes in with the ulti on to Mako, who's taken out by the Sejuani of all people. Zeus off to the side with that equal.
The big thing as well, a lot of ults used and giving TS the confidence, even though support down, looking to continue to be aggressive. You saw Jackal Arcane shift in towards the end of that play. He's still looking for angles.
Yeah, gonna have to flash out of the way of that one as Gumayusi is so incredibly low. Has to Featherstorm, True Shot Barrage, just barely misses. Well, if they can get behind the tree line, so to speak, that's Tien's gonna put up. This could be big, and there it is! Tien already taking so much damage, the redemption comes down, but it doesn't let Jackie up! He dies in the blink of an eye! They traded for the Rumble though, 369 still trying to get out of there as Gumayusi trying to chase through, and Faker is able to clear up the rest of them. They didn't even need the Xayah in the fight as it turns out, as Cream is gonna die. Gumayusi comes in, some casual auto attacks, and
the equalizer, press the flame spitter, down goes the Ezreal. We've got an AD carry, you don't, and the Yasuo is just so tanky with this gauntlet.
Another TP coming in here from Fit. He's just back again.
Better type vibes as the equalizer does go down, and Jackie Love, he wants Arcane shift over, he needs to, but he's still dead. Faker is gonna put his sword on the Baron play so far as okay, that's an aggressive move as Carrier once again taking matters into his own hands, doesn't even go down as they've taken one for now. This might be an opportunity though, they all out, but Ona, he is out. He's just gonna walk away from it. The frontliners just kind of limping after that, but that's all they need to do. As T1's push is at least going to be stopped. Featherstorm, and Gumayusi just throws the feathers at him. They have that sieging tactic of put down a whole bunch of fire on the floor. Let's immediately remove those wards. All 5 members grouped up, they're looking for the go. Faker not going to give his back to 369. There was a Solar Flare, lands on it, 2, and there is the Q, it's a follow-up. Gonna be enough, Carrier says absolutely, and then gets himself out of there. Faker could be in trouble though, and Top Esports stand their ground because Gumayusi, he just wasn't there for that one. It is only 1 kill though for now, and they do send Cream home. So a 4v4 here in this mid lane as the action ends.
They're looking for more though. They want to take out this turret. Bounty's up, only 2 minions here. Teleport to keep it alive as they really want this turret gold.
Yeah, they should be able to get it as well. Cream keeping those minions up, and with the 5.
Carry will be spotted on this flank, but it may be too late.
Yeah, Gumayusi out of vision. Carrier is going to walk over that controller as this dragon is going down low. The ulti is going to go wide there from Ona though, as you can see 369 looking to keep Carrier out. There's the Infernal Soul though, and the equalizer is phenomenal. The grand entrance from Carrier once again as Faker is going to flash on top of TN. The all-out comes through from 369, but he's just dead because now there's a Xayah in the fight. It's a clean ace, and T1 are looking to take their last nexus of EWC.
The team fighting is excellent. The target selection is supreme. T1 have ramped up over the tournament and are looking to end this game.
Such a great flank from Carrier spotted, but this team is in position to follow up. No one can punish him. And the Rakan with a grin on his face is gonna get it done.
The Nexus will fall, and T1 will be your first Esports World Cup presenting League.
First question I have is going to be for Carrier. You just won on stage today, but the pressure started early after Genji's loss. What were you and the team feeling being once again the last Korean team in the tournament?
일단은 캐리어 선수께 먼저 질문 드리겠습니다. 일단 승리 먼저 축하드리고요. 첫 번째 질문으로는 일단은 첫날 이제 둘째 날 젠지의 패배 이후로 결국에는 다시 한번 이제 최후의 한국 팀이 되셨는데 이 최후의 한국 팀으로서 좀 부담이 되지 않으셨는지 궁금합니다.
일단 T1이 원래부터 최강 팀이었기 때문에 이제 T1에 온 이상 뭐 즐길 수밖에 없다 생각해서 즐기려고 일단 T1에 왔고 T1은 항상 최강의 팀이라고 생각하고 앞으로도 그럴 거라 생각합니다.
Well, obviously we were the best, so we are not afraid, and we were trying to enjoy it here. So all we did was enjoy, and we're still the best here.
And my next question is going to be for Faker himself. And I think the question on everybody's mind right now is why? And how, after so many years, are you still at the top of the League of Legends world?
이제 다음 질문은 이제 페이커 선수에게 드릴 텐데 이렇게 오랜 시간이 지났음에도 불구하고 계속해서 이렇게 정상의 자리에 유지하실 수 있는 그런 비결이 있으신지 그 이유가 너무나도 궁금하네요.
네, 네, 뭐 네, 저 항상 이제 좀 발전하려고 하고 계속 열심히 노력해서 오랫동안 있을 수 있었던 것 같고 또 이제 좋은 팀원들도 만나고 또 팬분들도 항상 열심히 응원해 주시기 때문에 계속해서 잘할 수 있는 것 같습니다.
I think it's because I'm trying to improve all the time. I'm trying to be better. And of course, I get good teammates over here and also the fans. So I think that's all the complicated.
And now there's only one more thing to do for everybody here at T1. We have a special honor for all of you and a special pen as well. Can you please, one by one, take the pen and sign this camera right here?
자, 여기 스페셜 펜이 있는데 이 스페셜 마커에 선수분들께 한 번씩 사인을 부탁드리겠습니다.
And everybody at the arena, please put your hands together.